Paulson goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Now, interestingly, okay, now Shane and company, right? They did the little restructuring of some contracts here. Now they didn't free up. Okay, now you know this might be just the start of something. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, right? To take he still might have a couple tricks up his sleeve, shall we say, right? But he did restructure the contracts of Holland and Adebo. Okay, didn't free up a lot of money. All right. Now, we didn't have a lot of money, period. Apparently, according to like the spot track and over the cap and all, we only had like about $500,000 in salary cap space. We did not have much money at all, period. Now, what this did here was this freed up, I think it was like about $4.8 million, right? Which you should give the Giants roughly around $5 million from here going forward, which should, okay, be enough for the rest of the season. Even, if they have to call some guys up from the practice squad and all that, the $5 million should be pretty darn close to being enough money, right? But with the trade line looming in the near future, right? I mean, that may not quite be enough. So, but there are other avenues he could go down as far as other contracts he could, reconstruct, right? Right. So, but as of right now, we have about $5 million. Where are we at here? So, Giants restructure 2 contracts to create salary cap space. Adebo and Holland give the team much needed cap relief. Right. The Giants, with less than $500,000 in salary cap space to start the day on Wednesday, have reportedly restructured the contracts of cornerback Paulson Adebo and safety Jevon Holland to create more than $4.8 million in much-needed cap relief. Because the Giants had the least amount of money, salary cap-wise, out of any team in the league. Now I don't know what we're at, but we haven't jumped up. Right, up too much. We still have about $5 million, which is not a whole ton of money. But the one nice thing is, it's like, it's not like use it or lose it. Meaning, right? So if the Giants have $5 million now, and just say at the end of the year they have $5 million, it's not going to happen. But you just say they still have that $5 million salary cap space at the end of the season. Well, that just carries over to the next year. So it's not use it or lose it. Right? If you got it, you just keep rolling along. So, I said that there are other ways that Shane can come up with some extra money if needed. Now, we're going to talk about that or why they might need that maybe in just a minute here. But Adebo and Holland were the team's biggest free agent signings in the offseason. Adebo signed a 3-year, $54 million contract with $34.75 million guaranteed. Holland signed a $45.3 million deal with $27.4 million guaranteed. That should put the Giants slightly above $5 million in available cap space. So that's which I'm going to go over in just a minute here, but. So of course, once again, it's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money, maybe not a lot of money. It should be hopefully enough money to get us through the end of the season. But of course, when there's a little bit of restructuring going on, once again, which is not a lot of money, $5 million is not a lot of money. Of course, the speculation in the fan base is that the Giants were trading for a wide receiver beginning immediately. One where it's a big trade incoming. You got $5 million. That's not a lot of money. Another one says trading for a wide receiver. Are we? Giants just created cap space. That should increase the wide receiver trade buzz. Yep. Once again. Unless you're trading for like Dalen Cambry or something or whatever, little Jordan Humphreys. You trade for somebody of that magnitude who might cost you $1 million or something like that. Okay, we got that covered. But if you're going out there and you're trying to lure somebody in, right, with the trade or whatever, I mean, unless you give them, we're going to talk about this once and again in a minute. If you bring in somebody, make a nice trade, it might be like a pay to play kind of thing, All right, so we'll give you this draft pick and this draft pick, okay, for this player, but you have to cover their salary for the rest of the or something, whatever. You know what I mean? Something have to be like that. So once again, if we're trying to go in there and make a big splash on a wide receiver, all right, $5 million ain't cutting it. That's not cutting it. Especially what we need for the rest of the remainder of this season, unless Shane was to go in there and construct some other contracts, free up some more money. Okay. Let's see. The guy said Field Yates says the Giants have restructured the contract. Oh, yeah, all right. Giants could, of course, use wide receiver help with Malik Neighbors lost for the season to a torn ACL and Darius Slayton missing time with a hamstring injury, and he's still out, right, with his hamstring. So you have no idea when the guy's going to be able to play again. Let's see what we got here. Now it's too early right now. Okay, they haven't come out with the numbers. I mean, this is not like major big time page one news or nothing like that, but they haven't come out with the figures. So and so freed up. We got an extra $2.8 million from Paulson Adebo, and we got an extra $2 million from Jevon Holland. This is how we did it, or something. So it's a little too early. They haven't come out with the numbers yet. But as the NFL trade deadline looms, which is November 4th, the New York Giants are abuzz with speculation for a wide receiver. Team has just restructured the contracts of Paulson Adebo and Jevon Holland. The adjustment reported by ESPN Field Yates provides crucial flexibility for General Manager Joe Shane to pursue mid-season reinforcements around quarterback Jackson Dart. Mid-season reinforcements, which would be like Isaiah Hodgins, somebody like that. You know what I mean? Bringing somebody in who might cost you $1 million for the rest of the season, somewhere around there. Yeah, that they can handle. Right? I mean, I said we're not bringing in, Chris Olave, or somebody, with does $5 million. We need to do something else. Okay. Adebo, the third-round pick from Stanford, signed a 3-year deal in March. Boasts 47 pass defense and 10 interceptions across 4+ NFL seasons. Well, I sure wish he's. And Holland is on a comparable pack with expected to infuse elite ball skills and versatility in the secondary, but the pair has had a rocky start to their respective Giants careers. Rocky start it's almost like spent $100 million for these two guys. It's like it's not paying dividends. Not paying dividends. 6 games into the season, it's like, wow, yeah, we spent $100 million for this. This relief was vital even before the trade, as the Giants ranked last in the league with just $473,899 in cap space beforehand. Whispers now center on acquiring a proven wide receiver to pair with Scatterboo and ignite the offense. Names like Jacoby Myers from the Las Vegas Raiders have surfaced in rumors. These fiscal tweaks exemplify Shane's nimble strategy, fusing youth, value, and deadline opportunism for a potential playoff charge. Well, we will have to wait and see. So have to wait and see. But as I said, it's not a lot of money. as of right now. As I said, we still have 11 games left to go. Right, we have the elevating guys from the practice squad, costs you some money. Yeah, I mean, we got a long way to go. 11 games to go. I mean, yeah, guys get injured, and you need money going forward, right? So as far as trying to pull off some big time deal, I mean, I think we're going to need maybe a little bit more money in that, but we will have to wait and see.